This time on Hot Shots.
How you feeling, Hoss?
Sick, but you gotta be a man. I just had to defend my title. That's all I could think about is just please put your head together and just shoot good.
I feel fortunate to have a job and make a good living and provide for everybody, but at the end of the day, I just want to shoot.
Having a new world record every year of my career. It's gonna happen, it has to happen.
Every sport is defined by greatness.
I hold 4 Guinness World Records.
By those chosen few whose talent transcends their game.
That's how it's done.
They're the world's best.
So, you want to shoot fast, huh?
I am the best.
The great ones.
There it is. Money.
The Hot Shots. Las Vegas, Nevada. It's known as Sin City for what happens when the sun goes down. But sometimes, its hottest action can be found in broad daylight. Desert Sportsman's Rifle and Pistol Club is home to the National Championship of the United States Practical Shooting Association. This is a part of Vegas most are unaware of. Peaceful, isolated, and undeniably gorgeous, with the breathtaking beauty of Red Rock Canyon offering an all-natural alternative to the man-made extravagance 12 miles to the east. In the shooting world, this is where champions are made. A year ago, at 22, Casey Eusebio captured his first ever USPSA national title. But his defense isn't off to the best start.
The night before, we had to get together, had a party, ate some steaks, ate some seafood. As soon as I wake up, I feel wrong. I feel like this shouldn't be how I usually feel.
How you feeling, Hoss?
Sick, but gotta be a man and shoot today and do the best of my ability, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it goes good.
Alpha Charlie.
I just had a major headache, stomach just kept bothering me the whole day. Between shooters, I just had to take a knee and just try to compose myself, but I just felt like just horrible, horrible.
The Super Squad is about halfway through the 3-day, 18-stage match, and KC is within sight of the lead.
I just had to defend my title. That's all I could think about is just please put your head together and just shoot good, just shoot good.
Are you ready? Stand by. Ever finish that low truck clear? Hip clear, hammer down. In holster. Range clear, 710.
Thank you.
Looking good.
Thank you, thank you.
How'd it go, Superman?
Felt good. I engaged that left side out of sequence, but it still worked out for me, so I'm happy.
Sickness aside, Casey's time is the fastest of the match. But accuracy is the other factor here, and he was off just enough to give the leader, Surefire's Max Michel, a chance to extend his advantage. Max is 7/100ths of a second slower, but better hits give him the stage's full 50 points. Casey finishes second, just over a half point behind, but still within striking distance of a second consecutive national championship. It's easy to assume that a world-class shooter's full-time job is to shoot. But in the case of Colt's Clint Upchurch, it's an assumption that would be dead wrong.
Just because I have sponsors that are helping me out with things Doesn't mean I have all day to go train and travel and do all the things that I would like to do. Having to work around a work schedule, a family schedule, and the shooting schedule, something always has to give. That's the toughest part, you know, to try to juggle it all and make it all work and still make it to an event and perform, especially when you're trying to perform at the top level.
Performance hasn't been an issue. Clint has dominated the three-gun game, winning 6 of his 11 career matches, despite his off-range obligations.
I feel fortunate to have a job and make a good living and you know, provide for everybody, but at the end of the day, I just want to shoot. You know, that's what I want to do all day, every day, and really don't think I would ever get tired of that.
But the reality of his situation means every second at the range is precious, especially with the season-ending match in West Virginia fast approaching.
Don't really know what I need to work on going up there. I don't know what they're going to throw at us.
Hot Shots is presented by Cheaper Than Dirt, America's ultimate shooting sports discounter, and sponsored by Daniel Defense, lighter, stronger, better. Mossberg and the 930 JM Pro, the official shotgun of Jerry Michalek. Colt, champion three-gunner Clint Upchurch shoots the Colt CCR Pro. And by Freedom Munitions. Freedom starts here. Hot Shots proudly support the National Rifle Association. We'll even pay $10 of your new or renewing NRA membership when you sign up through HotShotsTV.net. At USPSA Handgun Nationals, Jerry Michalek is competing in the revolver division.
You gotta back way up, huh?
You got to back way up. It's another revolver neutral stage where you have to just shoot perfect every time you pick your gun up. Other than that, just like the pistol shooters.
This is the stage the pistol shooters just passed through.
It'd be much better with a bigger magazine.
Wheel gunners are at a huge disadvantage here, as they'll be forced to reload at least once. Jerry's using a 6-shot Smith & Wesson.
Stand by.
Finish and let it clear.
For the greatest revolver shooter who's ever lived, this qualifies as a disaster.
That sucked.
What happened, Jerry?
Missed the target. Missed the target.
Actually, he missed the same target twice, forcing a second reload. And costing himself valuable time.
There you go, sir.
Wasn't thinking about sequence.
It's a rare mistake from a living legend, and an opportunity for someone else to perhaps knock Jerry from his perch. Speed traps are everywhere this week. Not on the roads, but at each and every stage of fire. The pressure to keep pace with the world's best is a heavy burden to bear. Oftentimes, it can become overwhelming and lead to problems. Defending national champion Casey Eusebio has arrived at one of the match's fastest stages and has just about shaken off the nausea he started his day with, thanks in large part to one of his fiercest rivals and closest friends.
JJ Rakaza, he's one of my best buddies. He's like a big brother to me. Good run, dog. Good mama. I could do anything to him. I could punch him. He wouldn't care. He'd say, "Oh, it's okay, man." That's the type of guy he is to me. He just started trying to make me feel better. He's always making me laugh. Thank God he was there.
This stage, called Road Trip, requires engaging 4 targets, including a bobber, from the starting position, before a run-and-gun adventure through a dozen more paper targets. JJ will shoot first, with KC watching closely.
unload and show clear. If clear, hammer down, holster, range is clear, time 1201.
1201.
JJ's run is good enough to leave him smiling.
Thank you, sir.
Man, that was a good run. He got me all pumped up. Can I take that? Can you shoot for me too?
Dude, come on.
Sick.
You're
That was
trying to pull
sick.
my chain right now.
That was good, man.
Make me feel all good.
Your movement was perfect. There's no hesitation.
While impressed with his friend's run, Casey knows he'll now have to fight the urge to go too fast in trying to top it.
I want to do the same thing, if not faster. Start getting the butterflies in my stomach.
Make ready.
Just want to go out there and just blaze it. Just blaze the stage down.
Stand by. If you are finished, unload, show clear.
Well, that sucked.
Once again, a lack of pinpoint control has cost the champion. While his time is second best to JJ among the open match's 262 shooters, his accuracy, or hit factor, is low enough that he stumbled all the way to 16th place for the stage.
Good luck to you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Shot a lot of points down. Just was too aggressive. Didn't get to see what I needed to see in my sights. Just jerking it with the trigger. Wasn't what I wanted. Dropped a lot of stupid points.
Charlie.
Should just went for alphas.
Alpha Charlie.
JJ, you got me on this one, man.
In Wisconsin, extreme sports shooter Patrick Flanagan is slowly recovering from the back injury that sent him to the emergency room.
I'm done.
The diagnosis was a herniated disc, and it's already forced Patrick to cancel several live performances. But there's nothing that can keep a shotgun out of his hands on this day.
I had a surprise visit from our head engineer at Mossberg, Bill Lutton. Came to my hometown to bring me one of the prototypes of my new Patrick Flanagan signature shotgun called the Rhythm.
Go for it.
Finally.
Thank you.
This is definitely the most exciting and greatest honor in my career to date, is this gun.
I know for a fact, after all the different guns I've shot in this career, that the 930 is the fastest gun, and to have the Rhythm out there now, we're definitely got the fastest products in the shotgun world available.
Patrick will need to rely on his equipment and trust in his back next week in the Black Hills of South Dakota. That's where he'll officially mark his return to shooting by trying to break one of his seemingly untouchable world records. 8 clay targets, thrown, then shot individually with one hand from the hip.
Right now I'm on the road of always having a new world record every year of my career. And granted, I know that road's gonna come to an end sooner or later, but right now that's the momentum I have going. It's gonna happen, it has to happen.
At his home range in South Carolina, Colt's Clint Upchurch prepares for the coming 3-gun championship match in West Virginia.
I'm gonna work on a little drill right here, just some simple rifle, shotgun stuff.
One of the most appealing aspects of the 3-gun game is its diversity. No 2 stages are alike. That makes training for matches a challenge, which Clint counters by focusing on fundamentals.
Shoot the plate rack and maybe the other 4 self-setters down there. Shoot those, dump the rifle, and go ahead and leave it safe. Shotgun's not charged. Have to, have to get it and make it hot. So do that. Take a portion of the plates here, these 4. I have to move to this position here and get the rest of it. Here we go. Not too bad. Not too bad. Just getting loose. Took an extra shot down here. Tried to go fast. I usually don't work. The mount was slow. Not a good index on the mount with the rifle. An extra shot with the rifle. A little bit slow charging the shotgun. So try to clean that up and see. We might knock another half second or something off, but that's a pretty good run. Ooh. 1675. A little bit better.
In Sin City, a mid-season change in sponsors has allowed Dave Savigny to shoot in Handgun Nationals Open Division for the first time. The transition has had its ups and downs, and a devastating malfunction at a warm-up match back in Georgia was easier to shake off at the time than it would be if it were to happen here. Dave is having a solid match to this point and isn't far off the lead as he takes his turn on road trip.
If you are finished, unload and show clear.
More than finished.
2054.
Just never fails with these magazines. Had a decent run going, but the thing choked on me in a really bad place. It got hung up when I tried to clear it, had to rip rack. I mean, that was just a freaking mess. So I'm just paying my dues. You know, I first opened Nationals, 2 weeks in this gun, and seemed like I had it all figured out and everything was working okay in practice. It's shooting, and that's racing, that's competition. You know, things are gonna happen like that. And the guy who's the most prepared and the one that has his equipment run is he's gonna win. Just keep fighting, you know. Maybe get a top 16 if I'm lucky.
Dave finishes in 139th place on the stage, shattering his championship dreams. Max Michel's, on the other hand, are still very much alive.
If you are finished, unload.
How'd it go, Max?
I was pretty slow. I was probably second and a half slow, which is not good on this stage, so. But we'll hang in there.
Max is doing far better than just hanging in. Only J.J. Racaza's blistering performance was better. Max will take a commanding lead into the final day as he tries to win this championship for the 6th time in the last 8 years.
Yeah, doing all right. One more day to go. 4 more stages tomorrow, and that's it. So, one more day.
Hot Shots is presented by Cheaper Than Dirt, America's ultimate shooting sports discounter, and sponsored by Daniel Defense, lighter, stronger, better. Mossberg and the 930 JM Pro, the official shotgun of Jerry Michalek. Colt, champion 3-gunner Clint Upchurch shoots the Colt CCR Pro. And by Freedom Munitions. Freedom starts here. Hot Shots proudly support the National Rifle Association. We'll even pay $10 of your new or renewing NRA membership when you sign up through HotShotsTV.net.
Race car?
Not every second in Vegas has to be about shooting.
So we get some time off one afternoon during the Nationals, and we head over to Pole Position, which is a go-kart place just down there on the strip. Max Michelle, Dave Savigny, JJ Lacaza, Jerry Michelet, and Chris Tilley. We just go down there and just want to burn some rubber.
It's been 40 years since I've been in a go-kart, so be easy on the old man.
I thought it was pretty cool for Jerry to be out there. We're a bunch of young guys just trying to have fun.
All right, boss. We're going to race.
We all respect Jerry. He's been around the game a long time, really respectable man.
I don't care. I'm going to get first today. Hell yes. Chris, you better watch out.
They're not on the range, but the competition is every bit as intense.
We say it's just for fun and we're just trying to have a good time, but we know it's going to get competitive. Right off the bat, Dave hits me. I think JJ hits me too. I'm like, God, are you serious? I felt like my kart was a little slower. I'd push it all the way down, pedal to the metal, and it would just lag. Round, round, round. Told everybody, this car is slow. Truly, I thought it was slow. I was like, this is a slow kart. Jerry got spun out at the end. That was awesome. I look back, and Jerry's back there, and he's facing the opposite way, and he's like, what's going on?
I was able to slide by Jerry after I knocked him out.
I was being a gentleman and they wasn't. I gave them by a couple of times and then they trashed me into the wall. That's a failure to do right there.
That wasn't fair. Mine was rigged.
We get our certificates.
Good job, bud. 6th place.
Last place. That just sucked. I'm just gonna flat out admit it. That sucked.
1, 2, 3.
Chris Tilley was first place. Come to find out, he does that on his spare time. He likes to race cars and race go-karts, so shame on him for not telling us. Cheater.
By tomorrow at this time, a national champion will have been crowned. The shooters on their way home. Another season behind them. But for now, tomorrow can wait.
Definitely had a lot of fun. I never did any go-kart racing before. Built a lot of camaraderie. Just, you know, got to hang out with the guys.